Up.
Patty, you were in a zone, man. Walk me through what was working for you on the court and for the team as you guys tied the franchise mark with 20 made threes tonight.
Yeah, look, in all seriousness, it was our mentality that we came out with on the defensive end, and it's got nothing to do with shooting the ball and shots going in and shots not. I think how we approached the game from a mental standpoint was defensively focused, and that's the energy that we came out with. And it was everyone that was on the court. We done a great job out of the gate to start the game, getting stops, being able to run out of that, and playing team defense like that just fuels the fire and the confidence for everyone to be able to play with that same sort of energy. So I think, the credit goes to how well we played on the defensive end. It wasn't perfect, obviously, but there was patches there, that we played really good, and that just fed to the offensive end to be able to, shoot the ball and play with confidence at the end of the day.
And I just want to ask about Pop. He came in pretty intense today, still intense post game. Did you pick that up from him? Was he kind of?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Look, he runs the ship, and he sets the bar for us intensity wise. Which he shouldn't need to do, but I think he loves doing it. So for us, to see how ferocious he is, especially for the young boys to see that. It's contagious that way, and we've got a bunch of young guys that can really feed off that and run with it. So I've mentioned it before, but we really need to, grab hold of this momentum of playing good basketball and hang on to it as much as we can and know what that feels like to be able to, string out wins, and that's what we want.
Thanks, Tom. Let's go to Jeff McDonald from the Express News.
Patty, that stretch you had at the end of the first quarter there where you scored 13 points in about a minute and a half, did that feel like you're playing Croatia or France or somebody in the World Championships?
Yeah, it did, mate. And that's the mindset, I guess, that, what I've been talking about, just trying to lock that feeling in. Obviously, it's a different style of play, but I take that responsibility on my own to be able to, find my own identity throughout all of that, and how we play as a team as well. But, at the end of the day, it's all about just trying to make the most of those small opportunities that I'm put in. And I think tonight was one of those examples. But, we're all going through the learning stages of us trying to find our own identity as a team. But it's a fun group to be out there on the floor with challenges, of course, but, learning as we go. And then that's a good thing about it.
And finally, what did you think about Dejounte's ability to bounce back? He had a rough game against Utah, came back and had a great game tonight. Is that sort of the biggest thing for young players, learning how to ride those waves?
Oh, 100%. That's probably the toughest thing. But I think he's generally in a great mindset as well. And you can see it in his face. You can see it in his eyes. The level of commitment he has, obviously to the team, but, his determination, I guess, is what I'm saying. And you see it out on the floor, you see it at practice. He's in a really good spot. And when he plays well, we play well as a team. So, like I said, it's all about riding that wave and the momentum.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff. Let's go to Evan Klosky from Kins 5.
Hey, Patty, I'm just wondering what it was like to have LaMarcus back out there. And also, what does it mean to have Yak back in that second unit with you guys?
Yeah. First, to answer the first question, his presence is massive out there. Obviously when he's being able to be that scoring threat, and what he does on the block, and now stretching out at the 3-point line is one thing. But even when, shots aren't falling for him, his presence out on the court is huge, especially on the defensive end. And that's, that takes a lot of, sacrifice and determination and commitment for the better of the group, I guess. So, massive respect for how he's, treated, trying to find his way in this new style of playing. But his presence was massively felt out there for the group, which was huge. And Yuck, yeah, of course, being in the second unit, I've got a nice little relationship with Yuck. Feel like I have a good feel for his game. He has a good feel for my game. Being able to play together is huge out there. So again, it's all just trying to feed off each other's energy and get used to playing with each other, and that connection that me and Yuck have is pretty cool. So the more reps we get under our belt, I think the better we'll get as well.
Thanks, Fatty. Hell of a game.
Thank you.